Almost 18 years ago, like many military families, we found out we were being posted. So we had to sell our home and purchase a new home in a short amount of time. This is the house we ended up buying, and it wasn't until about 3 years ago where we finally started to put our touches on it. We got the main floor professionally painted. We moved some furniture around, bought some new pieces, found that perfect chair for this corner, finally got that picture that was a wedding gift so many years ago hung up in the perfect spot. I found a little hutch from IKEA that worked perfectly for all of the dishes that we don't use every day, but it's very easy to get to them. And I love the fact that we can decorate the top for all of the changing seasons. And we had beautiful overstuffed leather furniture in our living room that never really fit right. But it was at the end of its life, and we replaced it with this new couch. We found the perfect little side table at IKEA. It was just simple. It fit the space perfectly. My husband decided we should give this company a try. It's Cozy. It's a Canadian company. We were very happy with it because we were able to decide how big we wanted the couch because everything came in sections. So it got delivered to our door. We were able to put it all together, and we decided to even add an extra piece after Christmas one year. But it just never felt right for me. And after having leather for so many years, I was getting a little bit frustrated with the fabric and just keeping it clean and having pets on it all of the time. And then we also found the perfect little bench at Canadian Tire to go along with it. But we were able to help somebody out with our old couch, and we were able to replace it with some beautiful leather furniture. It took a while to kind of find something that we liked, but I think this simple all leather couch and chair is the perfect fit. And it kind of feels like it did originally with our leather furniture. It kind of felt right, and I'm able to kind of make some of the decor work that we have. I just put the blanket here for now because I'm kind of worried about the sun fading it. I was able to turn the table on the side, and I think it's going to work, but it just doesn't feel right. Like, it still feels like it's missing a few little things. So hopefully I'll be able to get a few more little pieces to make the living room feel complete. When we redid our living room, the hardwood floor never felt like it fitted with the light wall color, and then the gray couch, like the new flooring is all very light. So I knew I wanted an area rug to kind of, bring in the lighter walls to the floor to kind of break everything up. So I was looking online at all different places, and I was looking at the stores that we have, and then we found this 4x6 little area rug. It was only $50 at one of the stores, and I think it's good. I like the size. I think a 5x7 would have been too big. I think it kind of brings the light colored walls into the floor, but then it breaks everything up. And then I knew I didn't want a coffee table. I wanted an ottoman, and I was looking online everywhere. And then my husband said, why don't we bring the one up from the basement? And I didn't think it was going to work because in the basement, it kind of looked green. But then when we brought it up in the natural light, it was just a gray, and it fit perfect. Linus is trying to figure everything out if he likes it. So I was happy with it, but I knew that I wanted a little bit more pop of color. So I had this blanket that I used like last year or the year before to kind of decorate the new couch. So I didn't like it like this, but then I folded it in half and just kind of threw it over top. And I think it's perfect because Linus was sleeping on the other furniture. He slept on the chaise all the time, and he's adjusted to it. So I think this is gonna work. I think this is kind of what I was looking for. I still need a few more things, but I think this kind of all came together. It has been over 24 hours since we put kind of the final touches, and this feels like our living room. And I think that was the thing, is when we got the other couch, it just never felt right because it just felt like completely different than what we had for so many years. And I think this furniture kind of is an upgrade of what we have, but then, having everything painted, I think it fits really well. And honestly, whenever I was looking at this space here, I was looking at kind of like a dark gray area rug or a light gray to kind of bring the walls into it. But then I wanted it to kind of break up the dark floor with the dark furniture. And when I was looking at ottomans, I was looking at something like a lighter color. And when my husband said let's just try the one from the basement, it's like the perfect fit. Like the color, everything is great. And I think just throwing the blanket on top just kind of helps to bring in like the accent colors that I've been using for the past couple of years. And I do want to get a tray to put on there to kind of use it as a coffee table, but for us, we use it mostly just to kind of put our feet up. But I never put anything on the walls. Like, I never really finished the space because it just, I don't know, it just never felt right. But now it just feels perfect. I hope that I was able to, recap and update the best that I could. I was going to give you kind of an overview of the couch and everything, and when I came home, my husband had already started to take it apart. So I said, there goes that. So I was able to make it work. But, being a military family, it's definitely ups and downs and challenges, but it's very, very rewarding, and it's definitely made us, the people, the couple, the family that we are today. I wouldn't change it for anything. And that's just one of the things. You get a posting message and everything happens very quickly, and we're very thankful that we didn't have to do it a lot. We only had to move twice over all of these years. We've had 3 homes, but we had two moves, and this was the last one. And it was so interesting because when we moved here, the walls were brown, the floors were brown, and then all of our furniture was brown. So we made it work for a lot of years, and then finally the time came to kind of make it our own. And at that time, everything was very kind of light and neutral. So we hired a professional painter, which was really nice because for years we always did all of our own painting. But because it's the main floor, it's a big area, all of the little nooks and crannies, we were very thankful that we were able to hire a professional with all of like the baseboards and the clean edges and everything. He did a great job. And then it was the fun of trying to find all of the furniture and make everything fit. And my husband, the Cozy Company from Canada, we were very, very happy with it, but we missed the leather furniture. And one of the things that I always noticed that like our leather furniture would always get dusty. So I'd always have my dusting rag, and then I would clean it with like the leather cleaner and all of that. And then when we had the fabric, like I was always vacuuming and spraying Febreze on it. We have dogs that sat on the furniture, but I don't know, the couch never felt like a right fit, especially with the brown hardwood floors. And they weren't that old when we moved in here, and it was one of the reasons why we really liked this house. And the opportunity came up. We were able to say goodbye to the couch that we did like, but we wanted to go back with leather. That was a little bit of a process trying to find something quick. Everything was like 2 to 4 months. So we looked at quite a few places, and I was looking at like a dark gray, but I don't know. When I saw this set, I don't know, I just saw it, sat in it. I'm like, it's perfect fit. And then we saw that it was on sale for a really great price, and that was even better. So it was delivered, and then it was like, okay. Then I had my vision of trying to find the perfect rug and the ottoman and everything. So I was looking online, I was looking at IKEA, I was looking at Wayfair, I was looking at Amazon, I was looking at all the different furniture stores, and I knew that I wanted to see the carpet. I knew that I wanted a 4x6, so we just wanted to pick something up just to kind of get a feel for it. And then I really thought about a lighter ottoman, and anything that I liked was almost $1,000 for like the size and good quality. So my husband said, why don't we just bring the ottoman up from the basement, because we had bought like a couch and ottoman set at the Brick a few years ago, but I always thought it was like a greenish blue color. And I'm like, yeah, bring it up, and then we'll have a better idea of the size and if it's really what we wanted. My husband always wanted a coffee table, and I'm like, all we're gonna do is put our feet on it. I said I'd rather an ottoman, especially with Linus, like he's had to adjust, so he's adjusting to the ottoman. And when he brought it up, I'm like, it's gray, because we saw it in the natural light, because there's no natural light in our basement. And it fits perfectly. And then when I threw the yellow blanket over, I just felt like it came together, and it feels really good. It feels like this is our updated living room. I don't know, the gray couch just never felt right. Like it didn't feel like it was what I wanted, but it fit the space. Like I never put pictures on the wall or anything, but I don't know, like it just feels so right. I'm actually really excited about it. It feels perfect. I don't know, it's one of those things when you're making changes and everything. And it's so funny, like when I was a teenager, I would always be changing my bedroom and everything, but as an adult, we've had 3 homes, and I've never been one to like to change the furniture and rearrange everything, because it's hard on the furniture, and there's only so many positions, and I like to change things up with the accent colors and everything. And that's what I did when everything went neutral, so I could have like the pops of color. So I do red at Christmas, I do blue in January, and then I do something for Valentine's Day, and then I kind of do green for St. Patrick's Day, and then once spring comes, then everything is yellow up until Christmas again. So I think it fits really well. I'm very, very happy with it. I know you'll give me your honest feedback and everything, but it feels good, it feels complete, and I just need to get some pictures on the wall, and I'm going to use command hooks. I don't want to put any marks on the wall in case I want to change things up, but I love it. And we have the space here for our Christmas tree, because that was one of the things. We were always like moving furniture and everything around, and we'll just have to move Linus's little bed. The dogs have adjusted, they're curled up, but it just feels really good. And all of the years of like posting and looking for homes, there was one, we had an amazing realtor with one of our moves. And I remember one of the things like he said to, like, my husband and I were there, and he looked at me and he goes, "You're the one that's going to take this house and turn it into a home." And it's just one of those things that's always stuck with me all of these years later. But you know, it was definitely my husband and I working together, trying to figure everything out, and it feels really good. And I don't know, this feels right. Like, this feels like this is what we were wanting. We're happy to have the leather back. We have something that fits, but we're still making it own. You know, a $50 area rug. We were able to bring the ottoman up from the basement that we never really used. It was kind of shoved up against the wall. So I think it was meant to be, and you just have to be a little patient. The only thing I'm adding is I ordered it from Amazon today just to put a little pad underneath the rug so it doesn't wiggle around at the edges, but the ottoman's nice and heavy and sturdy. It's really good quality. So everything came together, and I was glad that I was able to share it with all of you. So thanks for watching, and I will be decorating for fall, hopefully in another week or so. We're in a little bit of a heat wave now, but I can't wait to bring up some of my decor and just kind of make everything work. But I definitely need to get a picture, and I want to have a little tray on the ottoman. So I'll share more of the process with all of you in the next month or so. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.